Well, the Wings break out now. Here is Carson up the middle. Tried to drop it back down to Greg Adams. But the pass was tipped away, and here's Wendel Clark. The Leafs 3-on-2. To McIntyre across the line. He drops it for Kordic. In front for Clark. He scores! Nice play by Kordic. I'm not positive that Wendel Clark got a stick on it, but that was the intent.
He certainly did. The Leafs right there took full advantage of what basically was a semi 3-on-2, and they hurried to get it right there. Clark with the stick out. Adams wrapped around from behind.
But the Leafs have really turned into one of the better offensive clubs in the league. Of course, they give up a lot as well, which is why their record isn't better. Here's a turnover. Chason trying to capitalize. Gives it to Federko. It's for Burr. He scores!
Beautiful bang-bang play. That's the way to move it. We haven't seen many goals like that out of the Red Wings this year. And a bit of a turnover by the Leafs right in front of their bench, and Carpenter's going nuts. He's calling for a high stick on Chason as he knocked the puck out of the air right about shoulder level, right at the Leaf blue line. I think it was Salming who cleared it from back at the Detroit line, and he fed Federko. He saw Burr in the slot. They had marched back, and Burr buried it underneath Peter Ing, and we're tied at 1, less than 4 minutes in.
3 Red Wings back there, 2 Maple Leafs.
Yzerman will get it out of there sooner or later. He keeps picking away. There he goes.
He finally does come out with it.
2 Leafs caught.
Yzerman across the red line, carries into the Leafs zone. Controls it with his skate. In front, the puck, and they score! Kocur redirects it, and it was Yzerman with the nice move, using his skate, Mick, to help himself control that puck.
Well, again, they caught 2 forwards back behind the Detroit net. Now, you may not think that's important because Leafs have got 3 guys back, but you got number 19. And he just went right up the middle of them. Nobody really took him. And this could be a long night for the scorekeeper. 3 goals in less than 5 minutes in a hockey game. And it's 2-1 Detroit.
Number 19.
Damphousse on the left, and there's Curvers cutting for the front of the net. And Burr's got him pretty well tied up, trying to impede him from getting to the front of the net.
Another infraction. It cost the Leafs. Damphousse with a shot in the glove of Hanlon. He hangs on. Damphousse, his pass knocked away by Yzerman and cleared to the line, but not out. Held in Iafrate. Quick shot. They score!
Clark. Boy, oh boy.
Federko's going to argue, but that puck did not go outside the line.
It was right on the blue line, and he did a job to keep it in there. Bernie tried to flip it and seemed to miscue on it as it deflected out into the slot. There's Federko right there. He miscued it right there. No, he doesn't go out. There's got to be space between the puck and the line, and there wasn't. And Clark just drilled it. Hanlon has no chance at all. Could be one of his nights where everything he touches is going to go around the net. Here comes 2.
Yzerman has McClellan. Yzerman to McClellan. McClellan back to Yzerman, and he hit the side of the net with it.
Borje Salming's had a couple of games off. He should be ready to go and well rested. He's back here in Toronto with his family through Christmas for the last 2 games, and ready to roll here against his old ball club.
He bangs it up the boards. Damphousse had Federko tied up. Leafs are able to clear. Iafrate's shaken up.
He got run into by Salming as he made the pass up for Clark, and he's very... Here he goes now. He's going to go to the bench, though.
That hit Leeman.
Look at this.
Yzerman one-on-one against Ramage. Leafs are getting back. Yzerman tries to cut through. He doesn't make the call. Boy, he took the feet right out from under Yzerman. Behind Hanlon, it's driven around the boards by Zambo. Held in by Iafrate. Zambo picks it up, sends it ahead for Gallant.
It's offside. No, they didn't call it.
Here's Gallant across the line. Ing with a great glove save.
Wow. What a play right from the get-go. I'd have to see this again to see if it should have been offside or not. Nevertheless, it was let go.
Osborne backhands it toward Hanlon. He stops it there for Norwood. Lead pass now for Shabbat. Boy, a big hit by Olczyk on Norwood. McClellan having some words with number 16, and that brings Marsh in. That brings Robertson in, and the rest of the clan gathers around. Norwood, meanwhile, has skated back to the bench. He's okay.
He just got the wind knocked out of him. He was making a play, and that's when you're most vulnerable. Well, I tell you, I saw some Red Wing fans. Look at the red and the blue. Some Red Wing fans coming upstairs here before the hockey game, and they had the faces painted, one side red, one side white. There's the Kordic hit on Salming right there.
Well, there's the icing, and then boom, Kordic with the hit.
Yep.
just over a minute here in the second period. Still 2-2 our score. Starting to heat up a little bit more.
It is.
Physically.
Yeah, it is.
Here's a drop pass for Osborne. Rolls it across. Leeman scores! Olczyk keeps the point streak alive. It goes to 14 games as he set up Osborne, and then it went to Leeman. And boy, they're starting again.
Yeah, see, Osborne was being chased by Torrey Robertson. And he made the play as he was belted by Robertson. Then when they scored the goal, Osborne got his licks in verbally, and Robertson didn't take kindly to it. Now, one of two things going to happen. They're just going to keep playing around like this, or they're going to drop him and get it going and get the frustrations out and then get on with the game of hockey. In this case, the Leafs just took advantage. And boom, Leeman's not going to miss too many in that close. We're about 12 feet out. Now they go again. We're going to get somebody going. I think it may be Robertson who's going to go by himself now. Okay, this is going to continue away from the play. They might as well just get at it, let them go, get it out, and then go back to playing hockey. He's strong, tough.
Boy, Yzerman came off the bench. He really is giving it to McCreary.
Well, Norwood is he's still being attended to over there.
Well, you know, they dropped the puck. Yzerman was still on the ice. I mean, they had too many men on the ice. I mean, he pulled his feet out from under him, but it was nowhere near what Manson did to Ron Finn. Here's a chance for Damphousse. A save by Hanlon, and it's cleared by Zombo. They have to open it up.
Oh,
Gallant.
Now see, Fergus right in front of McCreary got away with that, and that's why he's going to lose control of this game.
Iafrate, look out. He's rattled there by Chason.
Railing each other now.
Comes out to Ramage, lets a shot go. Save penalty coming.
You got a Detroit penalty coming. They're going to go nuts when they touch this puck. They're going to go nuts. The slash from Fergus doesn't get called, and McCreary calls one of the Detroit players, and he's looking for big-time trouble in this game. You can smell it coming. We're barely into the second period, and they're back into it again. They are.
Well, they're going to try to get these guys separated before it breaks into anything worse. Have a very difficult job.
Now, who's got the 10-minute misconduct? Can't hear the...
Iafrate, I believe.
And Robertson, I believe. And Chason 2 minutes for whatever. Take your pick.
Curvers plays it ahead for Leeman. His goal, the difference right now here in the second period. It comes to Ramage off the board. Drops it back for Leeman. Able to hold it in. Ramage now along the board, sends it in front. Quick redirection to the corner for Olczyk. Out to the line for Curvers. Curvers lets it go. Hanlon save, rebound. Leeman scores!
Well, you just can't, you can't keep letting them have pops at it like that. How long can you play shorthanded and get away with it?
Fifth power play and their second power play goal. Mokosak spun around there by Franciscetti, and this will be icing unless Yzerman gets there first. He's able to get there with the skate, although Marsh had knocked the stick out of the hands of Yzerman, who has it back now. Kocur trying to hold it in the zone. He does. It goes to the corner. Gallant has it there, gives it to Yzerman behind the net, brings it out of goal. Scores!
Yes, sir.
Yzerman, who had lost his stick earlier in the shift, scores number 26 on a spectacular individual effort.
They're gonna blame Peter Ing for this because he probably should have attempted to poke check Steve Yzerman. But the play was made by Kocur and Zombo at the blue line. Gallant just flipped it over to Yzerman, and Ing is back in his net, and he's got to come out and try to challenge. But he didn't, and Yzerman just got the long reach out there and stuffed it in the far side. He was 26th of the year.
Ahead for Carson.
There's a dump, and he finally going to call one. Do you believe it? All right, I don't want to be too hard on Mr. McCreary, but it was overdue. Let's just say that. And the Red Wings, when we come back, will have a power play. Got
Look at Reed. Reed trying to take it away, but it comes to Chason in deep. Gallant redirects it. Save. Gallant tries to stuff it out in front. Ing is still down. Yzerman with a shot up high. Hit Fedorko. And then take it in deep. Leafs trying to cover it up and smother it. Kocur takes it away, knocks it loose. Fedorko sends it to Yzerman. Yzerman top of the circle. He'll move in for the shot. Save. Rebound. Fedorko can't pull the trigger. Loose puck, and the Leafs. Daoust will clear it. Yzerman to Chason. That time the pass was there, and Chason just couldn't collect it. Daoust. Breakaway from center ice. Scores. Shorthanded goal.
Boy, that one hurts.
Now Fedorko drops it back for Mokosak. Rambo had it tipped away by Leeman. He's got Olczyk cutting for the net. Olczyk is in. Back for Leeman, and it was just out of his reach.
Wow.
Chabot won the draw. Tipped by Reed. He's belted by McClellan a couple of times. Chabot sends it ahead for Adams across the line. Lets the shot go, and he hit the heel of the stick. He fanned on it. And finally a whistle.
Clark punches Adams, and they're going to go. Look out. Clark has got the first couple in, boy.
Well, he should get the extra two, but we'll have to wait and see.
This seems to happen, so often when Toronto gets feeling the ropes. Now look at this crowd, they're up. And I was going to say before Detroit got its third goal, that if they can't get a goal, what they need is a good fight, a good hit, or the goal itself to try to turn momentum around.
Jason held it in. He had Yzerman, but didn't see him. Well, Marsh really giving it to Gallant.
Gallant slapped him. He got him pretty good.
For Borje Salming. Salming back for Mokosak. Kordic runs into him.
They're going to go. They're going to go. Look at him. Here we go.
Mokosak.
Here we go.
Mokosak will not back down. He got the first one in.
You know what he's got? Kordic's a left-hander, and Mokosak knew it. And he had the left hand tied up. Now he's got it loose. Time for Kocur.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
There's Joey right now, and he's having some words with Kordic.
The Ramage. Leaf fans have had enough fun that they were going to go. And Kordic, I mean, he wanted to go. He's got a hold of Mokosak right now. And
now that's not instigating. Well, Mokosak got the first one in.
He threw the first punch all right. But see, he's got the sweater, but he didn't get his glove off to get the fingers really wrapped around the sweater. Now, Kocur's trying to get Ramage to go. Ramage will have nothing to do with him. Nothing to do with him. And Kocur's going to get a penalty. Look at him. He doesn't want any part of Kocur. I guess you can call it smart if you're a Leaf fan.
He will not fight him.
He won't.
Kocur will have more to say to Kordic.
Oh, you got it. I mean, this is going to be a long night, boys. You might as well make it long. We're this far. And they came back and won it 4-3. Kordic may.
Oh, look at this. Hanlon fans on it on a rather soft shot from the point, and that's how you make a team pay for those penalties.
Yeah.
Power play goal for Kerbers. .13:36, just 4 seconds.
Awfully intense.
Shank is upended by Reed going for the loose puck. Now Shank with a big hit on Iafrate. Francoschetti checked by McClellan. Salming held it in. Leafs look to clear, and they do. I think McClellan broke his stick.
Over who?
Drop pass to Reed. Now back to Francoschetti. Shank dumps a man in front. There's going to be a penalty here. A save made. There's McIntyre. Took the shot anyway, and now it really breaks out.
Well, you know, you could tell this thing was going to go this way. I was talking about McCreary losing it in the first period. Goodness gracious. And I guess Ramage doesn't mind fighting with McClellan. Got the gloves off with him behind the Detroit net.
And that's to take nothing away from Kevin McClellan, but
no, not at all. Not at all.
But he wouldn't answer the call of.
Now you see Finn's going to try to break it up. Boy, I'll tell you. Gauthier, rather. I don't know why, but all of a sudden I get this feeling that this rivalry has entered the booth.
Well, McIntyre is at the penalty box, but Shank isn't.
It's very difficult to sit up here and watch. What has happened here? McClellan. Boys, oh boy.
Must be something in the air in this building, because this, much like the game Saturday night, has the potential to really break into something.
You got, look at Carson. See, Marshall's got 2 Detroit guys tied up. He's got Carson and Shank.
I'm not sure why Reed is trying so hard to get away from Salming.
Because he thought that Shank and Carson were able to get at Marsh, but Marsh had both of them tied up.
Referee McCreary has a hold of Shank and he's telling him to go. Just noticed something up on the center ice scoreboard. A happy birthday message to Mickey Redmond.
In the middle of the fight.
Middle of the fight. They said, look, there's not a whole lot going on down there. Now, there it is.
Shank's having problems with some of the fans down there, too. He stopped. Look out. He's throwing the equipment. Hurts me to understand why Ramage would go ahead and try to fight McClellan after running away from Kocur.
Here is Chabot starting it back now with Salming and Yzerman. Wings have to think offense. They're down 3. Still a lot of time remaining.
Oh.
Chabot, nice move in front for Salming. He tipped it and Ing got the left arm up to make the save. Also in our second intermission, of course, Marty will be along. Update us on what's been happening around the National Hockey League. Fergus up the left side across the line. Little move on Huda, gets by him, pulls it out in front. Backhand, he scores! Just the 17th shot on goal for the Leafs, and we're going to see Sam St. Laurent, and that is as much just to get Hanlon out of there from further embarrassment more than the fact that Glenn's been really at fault.
He is not. There isn't any question about that. You believe he let that go? Look out.
Here's a giveaway, Damphousse. St. Laurent made the save as Damphousse tried to stuff it up high on the short side. Sends it back behind Ing. Up the boards. Yzerman is there. Boy, he took a high stick from McIntyre.
Did he ever?
Now Gallant dropped it back for Carson. Curvers clears it around. Here comes McIntyre again. And
there you go.
I don't blame Yzerman for that at all.
See? There you go. You knew it was coming. Yzerman's going to get a penalty.
Yeah, and he probably should.
Yeah, well, you know what? So what? Go ahead and take your penalty. He showed McIntyre, take your shots, but you're not going to get away scot-free.
It comes back. Huda with a drive. Ing the save. Drops it off for Curvers.
Oh, wow. Burr is hooked in the face by Curvers again. And he really went down heavy. I don't know if he get cut on this one or not. I think he did, and that'll be a 5-minute major if there's any blood at all. Is there? I don't think so by the look of it, but he got clipped right in the mouth. He's got the teeth guard in.
He's mad he's not bleeding. He
right.
put the glove up there a couple times and jabbed himself. Shawn gives it to Federico across the line. Now to Carson. He drives it around behind Ing. Up the boards. Gallant waiting there for it. Trying to stuff it back to the corner. Iafrate got a piece of it. Ramage ties it up. Iafrate moves it to Reed.
Oh, look at the
giveaway. On it. Here's Gallant with a chance. They score! Carson.
I think it was Carson.
Carson helped it across the line.
Yeah. Gallant got it through the goaltender. A dead giveaway. Was it Iafrate?
I believe it was.
I believe. I mean, he just plain fanned on it. And it will be a power play goal.
Huda was there. Gives it off to Yzerman.
The room up the middle.
Yzerman across the line. Drops it back. Kocur with a shot. Saved by Ing. That was a big one there.
Sure was.
Boy, if it goes to 7-5 this early. Look out. Yzerman knocks it down. And there. Score!
Bingo.
Yzerman gets the rebound. And 2.5 minutes, actually a little less than that, into the period. It is 7-5.
Carpenter looks at the clock. Says, wait a minute, boys. A 60-minute game. And the clan gathers again. So you know what happened there? Kocur completely had Richardson looking all over the place except where he should have been, and that was for the puck beneath the goaltender Ing.
Well, you might remember a couple of years ago in this building, Kocur broke Richardson's nose in an altercation. I mentioned they're prone to defensive lapses.
Well, they too don't
the
exactly
paper talked about. Federico almost walked in, pass in front, and he tried to redirect it. He gets a stick on that. It goes to 7-6. McClellan steps around. Olczyk centering pass. Chabot is in. Oh, he missed an open net.
Oh boy!
Federico had Ing completely occupied. He starts it back now. Gives it to Iafrate. He'll go wide on Zombo. He'll cut in. St. Laurent the save, and Zombo able to clear.
You know what? Did Zombo ever lay the lumber on Iafrate? And no call.
Here is Luke Richardson. Couldn't come out with it. He gave it away to Huda. Huda's in. Save. Rebound was there. Ing could not cover it, but it's cleared by Richardson. Tried to send it across in the slot. Picked up by Fergus. He's got Damphousse going up the left side. Damphousse against Zombo. Lets the shot go. St. Laurent will save. Leafs with a 7-5 lead over Detroit.
Dugout.
Deflected by Olczyk ahead for Leeman. Leeman will be looking back for Olczyk in front. Another big save there by St. Laurent. Intercepted by Zombo. Gave it away to Leeman. For Olczyk, back for Leeman. Blocked by Zombo.
Zombo's stick, and Detroit's going to get another penalty. It's going to be St. Laurent.
Well, you know what?
They're going to send Clark off?
Boy, that is a strange call.
You're not kidding. He pointed at St. Laurent, pointed at Clark.
Off the skate of Federico. He was there as it was fired around the boards, but he couldn't stop it. Yzerman holds it in. Shovels it to Federico. Back to Yzerman. Quickly it comes to Carson. Shot hit the post. Rebound out in the slot. And now Daoust got it to the line and cleared the zone. Iafrate helps it up the boards. Shawn holds it in. Tried to drop it back for Yzerman. Daoust. Now, I'll tell you, McCreary saw that. He was looking at it.
Sure he did. He just looked the other way.
Sent back in by Yzerman. He was high stick by McIntyre.
In the side of the head.
What have we got here? I mean, he's got to call that.
Honest to God. I mean, that's ridiculous. Now, Gautier's reporting it to him. And he's going to give him a penalty.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he did. He's got to. I mean, whoever, I forget who the Toronto player, just turned the point of his stick over.
It was McIntyre, I believe.
And hacked Shawn on the side of the face. McIntyre's gone. It's going to be 5 minutes and a 10-minute misconduct. Wings have got to get control. Excuse me, David. They got to keep it in and get control here.
Yzerman does. Sends it across for Zombo. Zombo in deep to Carson. Back to Zombo.
Lots of time for one good one. Not a long shot.
Back to Zombo. He'll let the shot go. Ing the save. Carson tried to stuff it in. It was blocked. Federico sends it back to Zombo. Zombo lets the shot go. Ing the save. Juggles. He lost it. Score!
Wow,
Carson!
And Gallant's in the crease, and they don't call that. He was standing clear into the crease. They did cash it in. They went to the window. In 26 seconds out of the 35. And they're the extra point away from tying this game. 7-6 Toronto. Watch Gallant. Look where he goes.
He was bumped a little. Well, he was already there when he was
already there when he was bumped.
Federico and Zombo assisted on the goal by Carson at 11:44. Oh, Gallant is just drilled.
Ooh, there's two wings down. Gallant's drilled and Carson drilled by Ramage. Now take it easy, buddy. Now's the time.
Yeah, that's right.
Not the time to retaliate. Who drilled Gallant? I was watching Ramage.
I'm not sure. I just saw him go into the net.
Oh, there's not a place to keep your head down here tonight, boys. You got to keep your head up because everybody's hitting everything in sight.
Draw control by the wings. Shawn moves it to Yzerman. Yzerman carries it deep into the circle. He'll go right behind the net. Out in front, Shawn deflected wide. It didn't get through. Now Federico has it camped behind the net. Out in front, Carson scores!
Bingo, bingo, bingo.
Hat trick for Carson. All here in the third period. And the extra point is good. It is 7-7.
And still, 4:04 in the McIntyre Major. The Leafs are absolutely stunned. They're a stunned bench, and they're the only thing they got to do now, and they are really giving it to McCreary. They're really giving it to McCreary.
Stop and go on Osborne. Boy, nobody there to help out, and Ramage with a slash on Carson.
BC two-hander.
Here comes Reed. Burr's got the angle on him. Reed, though, going to cut right in, and a good poke check by Salming. Saved a goal. Centering pass, Shabata's there. Clark sends it to the line. Curvers. Back in front. Save made by St. Laurent. Rebound, Clark. And St. Laurent held his ground. Drops it back to the line. Marsh. His shot hit Burr. Fedek has got Shabbat up the middle.
Here he goes.
He's outside. Iafrate's got the great speed, and he gets there. And a penalty. Oh, let's see the call. Will it be a penalty? It's got to be. It's got to be.
Is it?
It's got to be a penalty shot if it's a penalty.
I don't think so. No.
I mean, he's dead in from the red line. Boy, I'll tell you.
I don't know what Carson's. He's just arguing about the penalty. I don't think it's a penalty shot.
Oh, boy.
It's a trip.
Oh,
it's a trip.
Carson controls it with the skate. Yzerman, quick pass, good play. Chason sends it toward the net. Federico has a chance here. Oh, he dumped it in front. Loose puck. Marsh with a save. Comes to Yzerman. He lets it go. It's blocked. Chason held it in for Yzerman to the corner.
Lots of time.
Out to Chason. Fakes the shot. Still holds it. Still holds it. Good play by Franceschetti. Carson in front.
Oh,
save by Ing.
Wow.
What a stop by Ing. He may have blocked that with his head. I'm not sure. Oh. It won't get through. Oh, look out. Gallant slashed him. Oh, boy.
Was he going to call it?
Look, I don't know if he was going to call it, but he certainly could. To the boards. Huda with a hit on Franceschetti. Ooh, Huda with a high stick. Here is Salming. Better move it quick. He is hit by Daoust. Franceschetti's pass does not get through Huda. And it comes out to center ice. Kocur with a hit on Marsh.
Wow. Very, very physical down there. Daoust and Salming, Kocur and Marsh, Franceschetti and Huda.
On the right side it goes to McClellan, slapped away by Curvers, but he has to chase it down behind the net.
Now see, Ramage is down. He chopped at McClellan, and Ramage got hurt.
And he's cut.
He looks awfully hurt.
Oh boy, it's around the eye. It's around his right eye.
McClellan was being taken out of the play by Ramage's partner. Now, here comes McCreary, and there's going to be penalty here.
Yeah, 5 and 10. He'll be gone.
We'd have to see it again. Ramage came in and tried to get a piece of McClellan as he was being taken out by another Leaf. I didn't see.
It'll be 4:15 of the overtime.
The first time around, I didn't see a stick come up at all, but
I'm not sure that he got him with the stick higher. He may have got him with the butt end of his stick almost, like Ramage ran into it.
He's really some upset at McCreary.
Well, I mean, he made the call.
They're going to go on the Detroit bench. Look out, boys.
You're dead fucking meat, Shawn!
Well, it wasn't hard to figure out what Ramage said.
No. Now, I mean, you know, the implication is Jacques sent McClellan out after him or something.
Is that what it was, a Jacques he said?
Yeah, I think he said Jacques.
I thought he said Joe, but it very well have been. And we got Carpenter into it. Oh, boy. You know,
I might be wrong. He may have said Joe. I thought he said Jacques, but
not like we haven't seen this scene before.
Well, they're finally. Oh, something happened down there. Well, as bad as it is when this happens with the players, it is not good for the coaches to get involved like this. We haven't seen a replay of it yet. I mean, with all the stuff that's been going on out there, it didn't appear to be a malicious situation.
Ramage is going into the medical room across from the Leaf dressing room.
McClellan got 5 for high sticking and a game misconduct with 45 seconds left in the overtime. Well, we're going to get the players back out on the ice for the last 45 seconds. 7-7 is our score. Great play, Chabot, to knock it away from Iafrate. Oh, and Iafrate takes a run at Chabot. They can't even make a clean play.
That's right. You got to keep your head up.
Olczyk gets it to Leeman.
All the time.
Leeman will lift it deep into the wing zone. Zombo will get there first. He'll drive it off the glass and down the ice, and that should do it. Down to 14 seconds.
Giveaway.
Here's a giveaway. Shabbat has it. Let's
He hit the
Olczyk
bar.
go. He hit the bar.
Hit the crossbar and the post together.
Wow.
Holy man.
5 seconds to go. Here comes Osborne. Fakes the shot, and it's offside. You had had a conversation with a friend of yours here in Toronto about how you thought the game was going to go, and Joe Bowen, who does the play-by-play, says, you know, I'm just going to mark it down as the first tie of the year for the Maple Leafs.
Yeah, he did. That's right. 1 second on the clock, and don't think that this maybe they're giving it to the Red Wing bench, and I don't.
Well, at least
I really don't know why we have not seen a replay of that, because
well, it was right where the puck was.
Yeah.
I would think that the cameras had it. These two teams, of course, no love lost. Will play 3 more times, but I think it's a while before they see each other. Not till they come to Detroit on Friday night, February the 2nd, will these two teams play again. Now that's a game we'll have for you here on Pass.